everyone! A few weeks back I made a video where I redesigned a few of the most iconic Strawberry Shortcake characters as magical girls. And gladly, you all seem to like the video quite a bit. Today I'm doing another installment of Strawberry Shortcake Magical Girls. If you guys want a part 3, feel free to comment down below which characters I should do next. And now, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's begin with Lemon Merengue. Lemon Merengue is one of the earliest characters from the franchise, and it's my understanding that she has played a major role in most, if not all, of the versions of Strawberry Shortcake. She's a real sweetheart, very sweet and kind, even if a little bit of a diva from time to time. She can be a little bit vain. The mere fact that her first ever introduction has her admiring herself in the mirror and complimenting herself should be proof enough of that. She was one of my favorites as a kid because I thought she was really pretty. Even though I grew up with the 2003 and 2009 versions, I actually liked the original 80s design more. Possibly because I love the doll-like style of the drawing. You guys know how much I love doll/puppet-like styles. I also think that her hat is simply genius. It looks so much like Merengue, it's adorable. I also love the poses they draw her in. She's always so proud and gracious. I wanted to do her justice, so I drew her in a similar pose. It's a ballerina pose, but it sends the message across. Her design was kinda hard to figure out. The first characters are always the hardest, but this time it was because I was having a hard time deciding which hair texture to give her. You see, my design is based on the 80s version of the character, which has very curly hair, but in the versions I grew up with, she had straight hair, so giving her super curly hair, I don't know, it just didn't feel like her. So I ended up compromising and gave her wavy hair. I was also pretty sneaky and was able to do the iconic white and green striped sock look by drawing the ribbons of her slippers tied up around her leg. I also tried to shape her dress like the top part of a meringue cake. She turned out super cute! Next up, we have the ever-popular Blueberry Muffin. She's another very early character that persisted as a main character in all of the versions of the series. She changes a little bit depending on the version, but the way I remember her is as a very sweet, shy and intelligent girl that loves to read. In her original version, she was portrayed as a ditzy girl prone to ramble. According to the wiki, she would also be a translator for characters that didn't talk, like Dumpling for example. Her 80s design is so sweet. I'm slowly coming to realize that I simply love the character design and art style that we used to do in children's media in the 80s. Regardless, it was very cute. To be fair, when coming up with her design, I barely changed anything from the original, because honestly, her 80s version is already pretty magical, and I love it so much. I know I didn't end up incorporating the top hat in the final version, I gave her a beret, but I really liked the way they styled the hat as well. Two things about her that were super fun to draw were her hair and her eyes. Her low twin tails were a delight, and I drew her bangs almost covering her eyes, almost like she's too shy and she's hiding behind them. And with her eyes, I wanted to test out new eye shapes and lash shapes, because I noticed that lately I've been kinda defaulting to the same shapes. So this time her eyes are super droopy and big, and she even has a tear-like shape in her bottom lash. She has big puppy eyes energy. I had fun with her socks as well. I gave her the iconic green and white socks, but I made them super big and they kinda droop at the end, almost like leg warmers. Forgive me, I couldn't help myself. I love leg warmers in my character designs. She's probably my favorite out of everyone I drew today. Next up, we have Ginger Snap. Ginger Snap is pretty different from the other characters I'm drawing today because she was first introduced in 2003 and so was not part of the original cast back in the 80s. She also did not appear, to my knowledge, in other versions of the series, unless she ends up appearing sometime soon in the newest reboot. It is a bit sad that she was essentially abandoned since she was such a fun character. She is the tomboy of the group. She's loud, upbeat and talkative. She's super friendly and kind like most of her friends. And she is a bit of a scaredy cat, with her biggest fear being the dark. She loves inventing and baking cookies. In fact, she owns her own factory. She's one of the only characters in the main cast that doesn't live in Strawberry Land at first. In the beginning, she lives in the happily named Cookie Corners. At first, I wasn't sure how I was going to design her because I didn't have as many versions to go off of as I had for other characters in the lineup. I ended up settling on a Sailor Fuku, but instead of a skirt, she wears a really puffy shorts. To sell the gingerbread cookie theme she has going on, I was super generous on the waving icing effect on her outfits, and I feel like it made her design much more fitted to her. When it comes to her face, her eyes are really spiky and indented to show her spunky personality, and her nose is a long rectangular shape. I don't usually give girls that nose shape, I don't know why, I just don't usually do it, but I felt like it suited Ginger Snap pretty well. I also draw her a little bit taller than the other girls, it's a bit hard to tell because of her pose though. And finally we have Apple Dumpling. Apple Dumpling's role in the series varies wildly from version to version. In the earlier version, she is the baby of the group, while in the most recent versions, she is closer in age to the main cast. In the 2003 and 2009 versions, she was directly related to Strawberry Shortcake, although in different ways. They were sisters in 2003, but cousins in 2009. In her newest version, she is completely different, and from what I've seen, she's not related to Strawberry at all. I can't say much more about it because I haven't checked out the newest version yet. The design is cute and well made, it's just different from the one I grew up with, and that's okay. I feel like people get too upset with reboots and end up not giving them a fair shot, just because they are different. But the thing is, reboots are always a way to introduce a new generation to an old IP, so of course it's going to be different. Tastes change and children change too. We just need to accept that things just work that way, and that's okay. At least I feel like that's a much healthier way to look at things, and I also feel like it's more fair for the new people that are working with the old IP. When I was designing her, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with her. I wanted her to stay the baby of the group, and I wanted her to be extremely adorable, and I also wanted her to sort of look like my version of Strawberry as well. In the beginning, I gave her orange hair. Unfortunately, the colors were clashing with her hat, so I ended up giving her lighter, blonder hair. And speaking of her hat, I wanted so much to give her the Animal Crossing apple hat. It looked so cute and it fitted her vibe so well, I just had to. She's definitely tied with Blueberry Muffin as my favorite design in this video's lineup. She is so sweet. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video. If you want to see more stuff from me, I'm also on Instagram and Twitter at momopurin_chan and on Kara at momopurin. Thank you so much, and until next time, bye!